It's about 10 times bigger at the very least relative to the previous interstellar object.
The universe has just sent us a life-threatening message. 3I Atlas has triggered a disturbing asteroid wave. On September 18th of this year, a space rock named 2025 FA22 closed the distance to Earth at over 24,000 miles per hour. It performed one of the closest passes by an object of its size that we've seen in years. It was an event of skyscraper scale, a direct, visceral threat. The official word was swift and reassuring. It's a miss. No risk. We're safe. But that's only half the story. The half they want you to focus on. Because the real story isn't about that single space rock. The real story is that the 2025 FA22 wasn't alone. It was the scout for a massive, unprecedented cosmic disturbance, an asteroid wave that is only just beginning to wash over our solar system. And the thing that triggered it? A mysterious visitor from another star, an interstellar object that defied every rule of physics we thought we knew, and may have fired a pulse that was anything but natural. Welcome to the day the sky falls, one piece at a time.
So it's a giant object. There is a problem with a giant object.
On September 18th, humanity was reminded of its place on this beautiful planet. This is what you may not have known. 2025 FA22 was estimated to be around 427 and 951 feet in diameter. Picture the entire Statue of Liberty, from the pedestal to the tip of her torch, made of solid rock and metal. That's the kind of kinetic energy we're talking about. To put things into perspective, the object that caused the famous Tunguska event in 1908, which flattened over 800 square miles of Siberian forest, was most likely no more than 190 feet across. However, this was up to 5 times larger. A massive object traveling at over 24,000 miles per hour has the potential to disrupt civilization. It would not only make headlines, but also redraw maps. But this is the scary part. Now, when astronomers say close, they're usually talking about millions of miles, but not this time. The asteroid flew past Earth at just 520,000 miles. That's barely 2.2 lunar distances. In the vast emptiness of space, that proximity is terrifying. It's a bullet whizzing past your ear. The thing nobody tells you is this: an object of this size traveling at these speeds doesn't need to hit us to cause subtle problems. Its massive gravitational pull alone can have effects on our Earth system. The stakes were briefly even higher. Astronomers initially flagged this object as a potentially hazardous asteroid due to a very small calculated risk of impact in the distant future. It put NASA's planetary defense teams on high alert, turning the flyby into a global fire drill to test our readiness. We are safe from the 2025 FA22. We are, to put it mildly, beneficiaries of cosmic luck. But the unsettling question remains: what sent it our way? The universe is supposed to be predictable. For billions of years, planets and asteroids have followed set paths like cosmic clockwork. But in the days surrounding the 2025 FA22 flyby, our planet suddenly became the most popular spot in the solar system. Astronomers and skywatchers noticed a distinct noticeable increase, an uptick, in the number of near-Earth objects making close passes. This cluster of activity is now being called the asteroid wave. It suggests that something immense has disturbed the status quo. Something has nudged ancient stable rocks from their orbits and sent them hurtling towards the inner solar system. Think of our solar system as a giant, mostly empty space. If something big, something with immense gravity, passed through the outer regions, it would act like a giant bowling ball scattering the pins. That is the leading theory, and the prime suspect is the third great mystery of our age: 3I Atlas, the interstellar intruder. For all of human history, every object we've ever seen in our sky belonged to our solar system. They were all born from the same cloud of gas and dust as our sun. But recently, that's changed. We've started to spot intruders, visitors from other star systems. First, there was Oumuamua, then Borisov, and now there's the third, 3I Atlas.
If it was a solid object, then it should have been...
This object is a complete and utter anomaly. It's not orbiting the sun like a comet or a planet. It is simply passing through. A tourist on a journey that began millions of years ago in a star system we may never see. The terrifying truth is that it's moving at an incredible speed. Its velocity when it entered our system was nearly 58 kilometers per second. That's nearly 130,000 miles per hour, making it the fastest solar system visitor we have ever recorded. As 3I Atlas sped through the outer reaches of the solar system, its immense gravitational field sent a ripple through the distant Oort cloud and Kuiper belt. It was the gravitational nudge that disturbed the ancient dust and sent the cascade of rocks tumbling inward. It triggered the wave, but the connection gets even more specific.
It means something not from our solar system. It's interstellar. It's between suns.
The trajectory of the 2025 FA22 lines up with the projected debris field of this strange visitor. Beyond that, the timing of the entire asteroid wave is too compressed to be random. But the most compelling evidence comes from yet another new visitor, one that proves the wave is more than just asteroids. Meet Comet C2025R2, SWAN, the object the community named SWAN 25b. This comet was discovered days before the 2025 FA22 flyby, in images taken by the SOHO SWAN instrument. It essentially burst into existence from behind the sun's glare, already bright and rapidly gaining speed. It's an incredibly fresh comet, possibly on its first ever trip this close to the sun. Critically, it is making its own close approach to Earth in October, just weeks after the asteroid flyby. Asteroid, interstellar visitor, all arriving in sequence. It's a connected series of breadcrumbs. And this is where the story takes a sharp turn into truly unsettling. The scientific community has classified 3I Atlas as a comet, but its behavior is unpredictable, and its composition is unusual. According to studies, it is significantly larger than previous interstellar visitors. Its trajectory is so unusual, with such large orbital eccentricity, that some top scientists have openly considered non-natural explanations. However, the ultimate, most disturbing explanation is that 3I Atlas is responsible for the destructive potential of this wave, not by accident, but by precise energy release. The speed, the strange composition, and the extreme trajectory hint at an object performed at an intentional maneuver, or at least one that resulted in a massive directional energy pulse. This pulse, be it natural or technological, was the force that violently kicked 2025 FA22 and knocked SWAN 25b loose from its stable orbit, sending them both hurtling towards us on new unpredictable paths. We are seeing the downstream effects of a major, violent cosmic event. The question is, was that event a massive accidental stellar explosion or a targeted action by a system we don't understand? This is, in a very real way, a form of first contact. Not with a ship, but with a piece of another solar system that is actively rearranging the contents of our own. 2025 FA22 was a test. The asteroid wave is a revelation. It reveals that our solar system is not a predictable machine. It's wild, chaotic, and far more connected to our stellar neighbors than we ever dared to believe. We got lucky this time. The gravitational nudge, or the energy pulse that sent 2025 FA22 our way, was a fraction of a degree off. The universe has given us a dramatic, massive warning. The countdown for the next one has already begun.